low block crap of 11 men. But that goes against every reason we brought this guy in. Defeats the purpose. So we're going to have to take these hits. We are literally going to have to take these hits coming up.
I'm going to ask you both a question. Right? I want to know the following things. One, on January the 1st, where will we be in the league and how many points off the top? And on January the 1st, how many points will we be above Chelsea? We're currently 10 points. The reason I'm using Chelsea as the benchmark is I think Chelsea they're going to start not winning every game. I do think you're going to start seeing them picking up points more regularly now. They're getting into a bit of a groove, and they look good today.
Okay.
What do you reckon?
Okay, I've got the tape. I've got the fixtures up. So Tottenham Villa, I think we'll lose. Man City lose. West Ham at home, I'm going to say win. Newcastle at home, look, I'll be pragmatic and say draw. Forest away is a tough one because, as Stell said, they're playing well. So what I'm saying, maybe a draw at the moment. Okay, I can't remember what I said. That's 5 points.
5.
Everton at home, I say a win, but I think we might have a few players back.
Everton have got their shit together, you know.
They have. I don't know. What's that?
They're a hard-working team. They're a Sean Dyche team, right?
They're Sean Dyche team.
Brighton away, maybe nick a draw. 9. Bournemouth at home, win.
We'll beat Bournemouth.
1, 2, 3.
Although didn't
1,
Bournemouth
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 games. If we get anywhere between 10 and 12 points in the next 8 games, I'd be happy at the moment. I'm being honest, just looking at those. I think I'd snap your hand off.
And let's be honest, teams like Man City, when we're talking about the big boys, teams like Man City and Liverpool won't only take 12 from the next 8. There's little chance.
Listen, I'm not worrying about Man City now. I think they're long gone. I don't know where people get this notion.
I was never having that conversation, but when like today,
no, I know you were.
Was hilarious. Yeah. During the watch along was hilarious. People going, God, if Chelsea can nick this point, we're still only one. It's like, stop using Man City as the barometer of our season. Yeah. Man City are the champions for a reason. That's not our target. Our target is to get back into Europe. Our target is to win as many games as possible. But Man City is not the one you want to be chasing down. But look, by that reckoning, I think you've gone with 10 points there, Perchy. That puts Spurs onto 36 points, right? That'll be in 8 games' time, by the way. So that'll put Spurs onto 36 points after 20 games of the season. 36 points.
I've got Chelsea's up. So Chelsea was the barometer, right? So Chelsea 10 points behind us. Yeah. I worked it. They've got Newcastle at home. I think they go and beat them. Actually, Newcastle depleted.
They've got
but Newcastle as a team are depleted at the moment on players. They're
at home, Perch. You know they've got the.
Okay, go on. Then I'll give them a point. Let's go get a draw. Brighton at home, maybe another draw, another point. Man United are all over the place. I think they'll probably go and beat them. 5. Everton away. I think they beat them 8. They beat Sheffield United 11.
Perch,
then they play Wolves away. Maybe they get a point. I'll say 12.
I'll tell you what I think they are doing. I'll tell you what they're doing, Chelsea here, is they're becoming hard to beat.
And they're scoring
I know Brentford beat them, but if we actually look at Chelsea, this is the thing. When you actually look at it in it's kind of overarching. If you look at Chelsea, in the last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 games, they've lost once. They've lost 1 in 9, and that was to Brentford, right? And they shouldn't have lost that game. But they're now starting to find ways to work. They've got a nice little setup with Cole Palmer, Sterling, Gallagher.
He's so good. He's so
Enzo
good.
Fernandez, Caicedo, Nicholas Jackson. We've now started to help him scoring goals. He scored again today. They've got Nkunku that's going to be coming back for the new year. I'm going to say this now. I don't think it's going to be much in it between Spurs, where we finish, and where Chelsea finish at the end of the season. That may sound crazy now with 10 points. Hang on. That may sound crazy now with a 10-point gap, but I think that could be gobbled up very quickly with the injuries we've got.
100%, because Chelsea don't have Europe either. They can focus 1 game a week. So yeah, Chelsea will probably claw it back, but at the same time, we are going to hit a patch once we get over this storm, where we are going to go again. I think Spurs will get a second wind, probably late.
I'll tell you what, I'll find it. I'll tell you what, I'm going to find it. Right, I'm going to find our games, and I'll let you know when that second wind comes. I.e., not losing for 5 or 6 games. So we have got
February onwards.
So once we get into Tottenham, Brighton, Tottenham, Wolves, Tottenham, I'm just trying to find a nice little run in a row. There you go. Here's the run. It's gonna, for me, I think it's gonna be Fulham, Luton, West Ham, Forest, and then I think we'll dip again because we'll have Man City, Arsenal, Liverpool in a row. Man City, Arsenal, and Liverpool.
But no, it gets worse, by the way. It's Newcastle, Man City, Arsenal, Liverpool. Is that what you just said?
Yeah. Newcastle, Man City, Arsenal, Liverpool in 4 games in our last 6. 4 of our last 6. Away at Newcastle, away at Liverpool, the North London derby at White Hart Lane, and Man City at home.
Listen, I think once Maddison Van der Ven come back, let's see what the January transfer window is like. I think end of Jan, beginning of Feb, Spurs will get their second win, and I think the second half of the season will be better than the first half. I think because that's when all the cup semi-finals, quarter-finals, Champions League. That's when it's the business end, and we won't be in that shit. We were just focused on the league.
I'm gonna I'm gonna go back to the question Sam initially asked. I'm gonna put it out there. January 1st, we're gonna be between 4 to 6 points ahead of Chelsea. I think they'll close the gap massively on us now. I'm going to say because they're 10 points. I think they're going to get 6 more points than us by 4 January, and I think they'll be 4 points behind us. They're 4 points behind us. Yeah.
Last thing I'll say about this, by the way, I love sometimes when I see it, you know what I'm like. When I see a comment, I always think, okay, I'm going to go and check that out because I think people say things without actually looking into it. So this is an interesting one. Man City's defence has not been as strong this season too. Man City's defence before today's 4-4 was the best in the league. Like we can't just make things up, right? You can't just make, they're not as good. Today was a crazy 4-4. Before today, here's a question for you guys. In the last 21 games that Man City have played, how many times do you think they've conceded more than 1 in the last 21 games?
Last 21, so they lost more than 1 goal.
To let in more than 1 goal in the last 21 games.
Well, they lost to Wolves 2-1. Oh, so you said more than 2, sorry, more than 1. Yeah, more than 1.
Let in more than 1 goal.
Yeah, Wolves.
Shall I stop you there?
Atletico Madrid last season.
Shall I stop you there? It's Wolves.
Oh, in the league, did you say?
No, last 21 games in all competitions, Man City have let in more than 1 goal once in 21 games, and then we get people going, but their defense hasn't been strong.
Yeah.
That's not true.
You're right.
This isn't true. What you saw was a ding-dong derby today, but Man City's